It's one of the two males that I produced from breeding the Paradox Tangerine male to my Bell female. These guys are all really interesting. A lot of them are real busy pattern, a lot of spots. The color of the pattern seems to be sticking around on most of them. I've seen a lot of this. Hold on 1 second here. It's trying to escape on me. This outlining or whatever you want to call it, like kind of highlighting around the bands and the pattern on all of them. But it seems to actually pop up in places where there was no pattern also. I've seen it on some of my other tangerine stuff, but it's definitely way more extreme on all these guys. This is another male right here, the clutch mate to the other guy. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to hold on to this one. He's got that monster spot in the middle there, which has nothing to do with his pattern. That just showed up afterwards. So if anybody, I'm pretty confident has a paradox spot. It's this guy. These guys were being such a pain in the butt. I had to throw them in a big tub. But you see, these two have a very similar look and pretty similar to the others. This is the only one that came out like super bright like this. I'm not quite sure how it's going to turn out, but it looks pretty nice. It's got real light colors on the head, really bright yellow to it. But anyway, I'm hoping when we start hitting on radars and stuff next year, that that stuff, all that extra outlining and pattern, really just adds some extra contrast and hopefully more lavender and stuff like that. I mean, who knows what it's going to look like. I've only really seen this on other tangerines and stuff like that and normals. I'm not quite sure how it translates into albinos, but we haven't really seen too many like paradox looking spots on these guys. I do check pretty much constantly. But like I said before, that's really one of the big drawbacks to this type of project is you really got to grow them out to see. Some of Dave's stuff is around a year old and just starting to show them. I really like that one over here. It's definitely got some nice color to it. This girl right here is one of the oldest ones we have. And I know it's funny to sit here and try to pick out a paradox spot on something so heavily spotted, but if you can't tell right there, hopefully it focuses. It's getting pretty obvious that that thing right there in the middle is growing. Not the darker. I'm sorry, I'm scaring her now. It's not the darker, bigger spot, but right in the middle. It was the last one to show up, and it just recently started to show. I keep tons of still pictures, so I go through them constantly, and that thing looks the most like a your traditional paradox spot. And just the fact that it's growing, it wasn't there one day and now it's getting bigger, so I'm pretty confident that this one also has a visible spot. But as you can see, a lot of that craziness on this thing kind of faded out to like a tangerine color, which is really what I'm hoping for. And I'm hoping we can kind of work on that over the generations. And hopefully on the albinos, like I said, it comes out pretty nice right off the bat. This little thing right here, man, is a real pain in the butt. It's kind of a bad angle. It's really not all that skinny. It's got a big whomper of the tail for the size of its body, but it's always getting itself stuck upside down in between the lid and the one hideout, and I've tried to do things to avoid that, but it seems to always be jamming itself into places. It's a little skittish. I mean, I've actually handled this a ton. I don't know why it's so jumpy, but somehow it got the very tip of its tail caught there. Nobody ate it or anything because it was sitting in the cage. And this one actually has the most carroting in the tail. I swear, anything that I've had that has a whole lot of carroting. Last year we had like almost no tail nips. I think I had only one, maybe two. And then this year all the really nice tails seem to either throw them off on their own out of fear, or they're the few that actually get nipped off when they're young. Now this is probably the most interesting one. It just hatched out recently, but I don't know what the hell that is. It's got a really dark streak starting from where the white neckline ends. It goes right down the body. And then this one doesn't exactly have the same thing, but as you can see, it's got that little bit of extra color on the inside of the stripe. Try to get a little bit closer here. I really love this one here too. Whether this one shows any paradoxing or not, I think I'm going to hold on to this one. It's got a little question mark right there on the back of the head and neck. And then it's got a pretty bright orange spot in the middle of it, or inside of the outline at least. Yeah, this thing's pretty wild looking. It's a little bit easier to see in person, but at least from my point of view through the camera, I can see it pretty well right now. And just like before, I think I'm going to have to bust this up into segments, so I'm just going to do this as the paradox video, and then I'll go through the different groups. Hopefully I can get more than one done today. That's going to be it for now. Like I said, this is a project that's really going to take time to show any results, but I'm pretty excited. As soon as I finally saw a pretty short paradox spot, I really started to get excited because, like I said, the albinos next year really where we're hoping to get some real good results out of it. Alright guys, thanks for watching.